All right, good afternoon, everybody. You're joining a webinar today titled Mexico Shipping Process. Today's webinar is sponsored by SCAR-U. Scarborough University was founded in 2006 with a mission to provide necessary, relevant, and continuing education to Scarborough clients, employees, and professionals engaged in international and domestic trade and logistics. My name is Kevin Ekstrand. I am a licensed customs broker and vice president of sales and marketing for Scarborough International. And it's really an honor to be here with you on this first webinar of 2016. This is an interactive webinar, and we are here to answer your questions. I just wanted to give you a little information about Scarborough. You see on the screen the Scarborough group of companies. Let me just give you, we're headquartered in the heart of America, Kansas City. We've been in business for over 31 years. We are a company where faith, family, and hard work make up our organization. We also have offices in Chicago, St. Louis, Des Moines, Laredo, Texas, Nuevo Laredo, Mexico, and Shanghai, China. Beyond our own offices, we are part of a network of companies that puts us in every country around the world. And in other words, we're going to take really good care of you wherever you need to go. So lastly, let me introduce you to our primary speaker today. That's Mr. Adam Hill. Adam Hill is a licensed customs broker, certified customs specialist, certified export specialist through the National Customs Brokers and Forwarders Association of America. He is the vice president of operations for Scarborough. He is an MBA, and he also sits on the Trade Support Network for U.S. Customs and Border Protection, participating and we've been participating in ACE since 2009. Adam has been in charge of our Mexico acquisition and learning and training on the Mexico shipping process. And so I'm going to turn it over to Adam to begin today.
Thanks, Kevin. All right, so we actually added this first slide yesterday. We had a customer send in an email, and I thought it was maybe just a great, timely email. So they had to give a quick background, they had issued a NAFTA to their customer in Mexico. They had shipped their goods to the border in Laredo, and all of a sudden they get a phone call at the 11th hour saying, we're rejecting your NAFTA because there's no email. And if you don't get this resolved, we're either going to hold your shipment up or your customer is going to have to pay 27% duty that they're going to bill back to you. So obviously everyone got up in arms pretty quick. So I wanted to take a moment before we got going on here to stress this again. We put on a seminar this past fall that we touched on this. But if you notice, the new NAFTA form, it was valid towards the end of last year, but it became mandatory as of January 1 of this year to make sure that if you notice in boxes 1, 3, and 4, that the word email is included in there now. And that little thing will hold up a shipment if you don't have your emails. Now, I'm sure I have lots of people that will start seeing stuff coming in that'll say, well, I've been doing this and I don't have any issues. I agree with you. You probably haven't had any issues, and depending on the port and how the inspector feels that day in Mexico, you might not have any issues. Just know that it's a real possibility. We're advising all of our clients to make sure they get those email addresses added to those boxes. Also note down in box 11, which is where you will sign and certify that document, it's also now requesting your email address for whoever signed it. So I just wanted to hit on that really quick, make sure we're all aware of those changes. If you need to revise them, I would revise them and get them sent out here pretty quickly. You don't want to get stuck in the situation where you get a phone call at 7 or 8 o'clock at night where your stuff is stuck and it can't cross the border simply because an email address is lacking on a NAFTA form. So with that being said, let's hop into the actual Mexican shipping process, including the customs process. So there are obviously two directions here. We're talking one about exports out of Mexico and imports into the United States, or what we now refer to as northbound cargo. And then we also have going from the export from the US into Mexico, which we'll call southbound. We're going to do northbound first for a couple of reasons. The main reason is the process is much simpler. It falls in line with anyone else, any of you who actually import from other places will see a lot of similarities in this process. Going southbound, you're going to see a lot of differences. So I want to talk about the process that's very much the same. In front of you is a picture of the handout that Scarborough's created for this. If you're our customers, you've probably seen some of these. If not, they're posted, they're out there. If you want more than what you have, we have these printed hard copy. If you want to pass them out to staff, let us know. We can get some sent out to you guys. So what I want to kind of do is walk through this northbound process here quickly and spend most of our time talking about the southbound.